Good morning, students. This is the online class of Standard 7th, Subject History. Students, today we are going to continue learning with chapter number 9, The Maratha War of Independence. Students, in this chapter, we are studying about the Great Maratha War, which was fought between the Mughals and the Marathas. The Marathas fought with great valor under the leadership of Chhatrapati Sambhaji Maharaj, Chhatrapati Rajaram Maharaj and Maharani Tarabai to protect this Swaraj. In the previous parts of the chapter, we have already studied in detail about Chhatrapati Sambhaji Maharaj and also about Chhatrapati Rajaram Maharaj. Today, we will study about Maharani Tarabai. Students, soon after the death of Chhatrapati Sambhaji Maharaj, his younger brother Rajaram Maharaj became the next Chhatrapati. But on 2nd March 1700, Rajaram Maharaj died on the fort of Sinhgarh after a short period of illness. After the death of Chhatrapati Rajaram Maharaj, Emperor Aurangzeb became very happy. He thought that now the long war against the Marathas had come to an end and Emperor Aurangzeb had won the war against the Marathas. But this was not so. Aurangzeb was winning small battles after battles, but he was not able to win the big or the ultimate war. Even after the death of Chhatrapati Rajaram Maharaj, the Marathas continued with their war against the Mughals. Maharani Tarabai, the capable wife of Chhatrapati Rajaram Maharaj, came forward to lead the Swaraj movement in these extremely unfavorable circumstances. After the death of Chhatrapati Rajaram Maharaj, Maharani Tarabai continued with the work of protecting the Swaraj and fighting the war against the Mughal army. Now, the Marathas fought the war under the leadership of Maharani Tarabai. Khafi Khan, who was a contemporary Mughal historian, had described Maharani Tarabai. According to Khafi Khan, Maharani Tarabai was an intelligent and capable woman. Her management of the army and administration had won renown even during the rule of her husband. It means that Maharani Tarabai had complete knowledge about army and also about the working or the administration of Swaraj. With this knowledge, after the death of Chhatrapati Rajaram Maharaj, Maharani Tarabai continued the work of protecting the Swaraj and also led the Swaraj struggle bravely. In this work, she received complete help from her Sardars. Aurangzeb had captured Satara and Panhala from the Maratha territory. But at the same time, the Marathas with their Sardars dashed up to the Mughal areas of Madhya Pradesh and Gujarat. Tarabai had expanded these war areas even further. Maharani Tarabai continued the Swaraj struggle bravely with the help of her capable Sardars. Sardars like Krishnaji Samant, Khanderao Dhakde, Dhannaji Jadhav and Nimaji Shinde opened up battles against the Marathas on various fronts outside Maharashtra. This was a sign of change in the outcome of the war. Students, Maharani Tarabai fought the war against the Mughals for 7 years. She kept the Maratha kingdom strong. She herself took charge of the administration single-handedly and also encouraged the Sardars to participate in the mission of Swaraj. Sardars fought up against the Marathas to Shironji, Mandsaur and Malwa. Historian Khafi Khan has also recorded that Rajaram's wife Tarabai had achieved great things and displayed the qualities of leadership of the army and also of management of campaigns. This all added force to the Maratha campaigns. Thus, Maharani Tarabai kept up the legacy of valor which was inherited from Chhatrapati Shivaji Maharaj. She did all the possible things which was necessary for the protection of Swaraj. Due to the forceful campaigns of the Marathas, Emperor Aurangzeb was very frustrated. The Mughal-Maratha fight had continued for 25 years. Still, the Mughals were not able to defeat the Marathas. In these circumstances, in the year 1707 CE, Emperor Aurangzeb died at Ahmednagar. With the death of Emperor Aurangzeb, the 25-year-long Maratha War of Independence came to an end. At the end of the war, the Maratha army still stood independent against the mighty Mughals. This shows that ultimately, in the end, this long war of independence was won by the Maratha army. Students, this Maratha war for independence was the fight between the Mughal emperor's greed to expand his kingdom against the spirit of independence of the Marathas. The Marathas emerged victorious in it. After the death of Aurangzeb, they led others in filling the vacuum in the political arena. The Marathas controlled the throne of Delhi, ran the affairs of almost all the parts of Hindustan and also protected it. Therefore, the 18th century is known as the century of the Marathas. So students, this was all about this chapter. Now, as we have come to the end of the chapter, let us quickly have a review of what we have learned in this chapter. The Mughal Emperor Aurangzeb invaded the Deccan areas after the death of Shivaji Maharaj. In defense of the Swaraj, the Marathas fought fiercely under the leadership of Chhatrapati Sambhaji Maharaj, Chhatrapati Rajaram Maharaj and Maharani Tarabai. Sambhaji Maharaj became the Chhatrapati after Shivaji Maharaj. The son of Aurangzeb, that is Prince Akbar, had rebelled against his father, but Emperor Aurangzeb crushed his rebellion. The Sindhi of Janjira began to harass the Maratha people, so Chhatrapati Sambhaji Maharaj opened a campaign against the Sindhi. Sambhaji was forced to abandon the campaign of Janjira because the Mughal army had invaded or attacked on Swaraj. Sambhaji Maharaj attacked the Portuguese port of Chaul, and the Portuguese in return led sledge to the Maratha fort of Fonda on the Goa border. Emperor Aurangzeb turned his attention to the Adil Shahi and Qutub Shahi kingdom and easily conquered them. Chhatrapati Sambhaji Maharaj was at Sangameshwar in Konkan area when he was captured and brutally put to death. The death of Sambhaji Maharaj incited the Marathas greatly. After the death of Chhatrapati Sambhaji Maharaj, Zulfikar Khan was sent by Emperor Aurangzeb to besiege the fort of Raigad. The Maratha War of Independence spread over an extensive area and also reached to Jinji in the south. The Mughals captured the fort of Raigad in November 1689 and put Maharani Yeshubai and Prince Shahu under arrest. Raja Ram Maharaj promised that the Maratha Sardars who would capture the Mughal territory would make that territory as their own Jagir. Santaji and Dhannaji were in the forefront in this action, and their surprise attacks and guerrilla tactics rendered the enormous war materials and artillery of the Mughals as useless. After conquering the fort of Raigad, the Emperor Aurangzeb sent Zulfikar Khan to capture the fort of Jinji. The fight for the fort of Jinji went on for 8 years, and the Sardars of Santaji and Dhannaji attacked the Mughal forces from outside. Rajaram Maharaj escaped from the fort of Jinji and returned to Maharashtra, which boosted the Maratha activities in the areas, and they attacked the Mughal regions of Khandesh, Warhad and Baglan. Maharani Tarabai continued the Maratha War of Independence with determination after the death of Chhatrapati Rajaram Maharaj. Khande Rao Dagbande defeated the Mughals and conquered the city of Ahmedabad. Nimaji Shinde crossed the Narmada river and penetrated into the areas of Malwa. The Mughal-Maratha conflicts, which had continued for 25 years, ended only after the death of Emperor Aurangzeb in the area of Ahmednagar in the year 1707. At the end of the war, the Marathas emerged as victorious in it. So students, this was all about the chapter. Thank you.